Hello everybody, Brandon here. Today we're wandering through Zion National Park and we are staying at the Watchman Campground group site 103, I believe, with the Bears of Las Vegas. Shout out to them. Thanks for the invite. Hope you enjoy. This is what the Fantic tent used to be called. Everybody's raging about the old Cuomo topper. There's no top in this tent. It seats 4 people, which is basically me. And we are in Zion National Park. Got my setup going here. It looks like an ADD HD trash fire. Yeah, not a bad cut. You know, not good for somebody with broad shoulders, but I don't think you can really sleep in total comfort when you're camping. We're improvising tonight. Turns out that fire maple is not that good for not using without its product. I had to make an improvised tripod stand for when I'm making here, a little bit of Avon with some bok choy and chicken. Really fudging it today. Zion is so pretty. Pretty fucking crowded. Right now it's full of gays too. Look at this.
Pomeranians too.
That's good though.
You just don't want to block. It has to be raw.
Wait. Oh, that's your strawberry.
Yeah, right. I mean, everybody.
So our little tent city filled all the way up last night. So every little square inch is filled with queens. Every square inch of this campsite filled up. Everybody kind of showed up at 10 o'clock, and it was kind of fun to watch everyone setting up, though.
Something is happening.
Look at you with your little kitchen box. That's actually pretty ingenious. Again, we're just walking through Watchman Campground. This is the group site. And I'm off on my own little adventure. There's a whole group of people with me, but they're off doing their own thing. And I'm gonna go do mine. So, I don't know what they call a person that loves tens, a tentophile. Look at this amazing view, though. Just gorgeous. Got ourselves a nice little dump station. You have an RV, you can dump your crap. Shut down my ass. Everyone is fucking here.
Okay.
I found a rock shop. Look at this. So I spent the morning wandering around Springdale. I decided to not go with the pack because everybody else is going to the Narrows, the Zion Narrows, which is a slot canyon. I mean, there's 100 videos about it. You don't have to really ask me to explain it to you. Check it out. But they're wading through freezing or very cold water up to their waist or ankles, and that just didn't sound like my idea of fun. So I went into Springdale and stopped off at Bonnroo, which is this bakery that used to be called Farmstead, and they're all right, but Not a whole lot of things there, but very cute little, kind of reminds me of Sedona just a little bit, but, you know, tailor-made for turista. So the next stop is we're going to take the shuttle up through the canyon. And I'm not hiking anywhere. I'm gonna stop and look around at the scenery and poke something with a stick and, you know, pretend I'm doing something. But other than that, like, I got back to camp and the people that I'm camping with decided to leave their food out, and they tell you not to do this for a reason. In Death Valley, it's the crows. But here, apparently it's Bambi and his friends. How's the cuisine? Is it 5-star? Would you please give us an interview? No, they're just in it for the buns that someone left out. And someone's not having marshmallows. Because they were lazy, and Bambi here decided they were going to take advantage of everything. Look at you. The other thing I gotta say is I was taking the shuttle back into town, and it is crowded like tits to elbows. It's just packed like sardines. These people are out for it. And I can see why. It's very, very breathtaking place. I've never been here despite living in Vegas for 15 years, off and on. But, I don't like being close enough to smell your cheap perfume and your dollar store deodorant. I hate that. And, you know, this campground is so packed. Like, literally, look around. I gotta show you. These are the people I'm staying with, and their tents are spaced like they're in. They got neighbors. They have neighbors. This is worse than the I-15 in Washington overpass area. Like, it is tent city there in Vegas. And I'm not used to having people right next to me. I never have been. I always do dispersed camping if I can help it. But, you know, the chance to get into Zion to stay at one of these parks is kind of hard. They book out 6 months or more in advance in some cases. So, you know, I thought I was kryptonite over here. Nobody wanted to sit next to me. Nobody wanted to camp next to me. Then about 10 o'clock in the evening, all these scary Harry Marys pull up and proceed to throw up their tents around me. And look at this layout. This guy's got like a Blackstone and this gigantic ass Jackery, and you know, he's got solar over there charging. I'm just here for 2 nights, ladies. I don't know about you, but I don't really need to do too much. And, you know, a little fire pit, and as I can guarantee you, it's not a drum circle they're holding. And the irony of everything. There is a Christian school right next to us, so there's all these children singing songs about Jesus, which is fine. I mean, you do you. Make yourself happy. But right next to literally a bunch of queens. The dichotomy. I mean, the universe just likes to make fun of us at this point. But I have to say, this is one of the more spectacularly, scenery-wise, beautiful places I've ever stayed. Will I stay here again? Probably not a bat's chance in hell, because I am not going to put up with these crowds. I'd rather go to Cedar Pocket in Arizona. But, I mean, this campground doesn't disappoint. We're gonna go up the Canyon Road, and we'll see what happens. One of the first stops as you get off on the bus tour is the Zion Lodge, which has been around for a long time. They have a little cafe where you can get overpriced, heartburn-inducing food. And the people are nice. They're just putting up with those throngs of tourists. As you can see, there's some mountain climbers in the background, just doing their thing. And there's a lot of them if you know where to look. And again, these sandstone cathedrals just go on forever. And if you're lucky, you can see a California condor. You look up here, you can see there's a condor flying up there. There. So here we have the Virgin River running through it. And over here is the trail to the infamous Angel's Landing, which I believe is this setup over here. Somewhere back there. Very treacherous, very perilous, something I will not be doing. I have 2 left feet, not including the ones not attached to me, but it's like Disneyland for hikers. It's just crawling with people. And you have to have permits just to get up to Angel's Landing. If you don't, they will stop you. There's like people, like, I believe stationed like every quarter mile or mile, something like that. They will turn you around if you do not have permits. Big brown limousine. Runoff is coming from the Weeping Rock just up ahead. It's the shorter trail, but look, my fat ass has it in me. Toxic algae mats. Oh no. Kind of see it from here, but it's the vertical Weeping Rock. I ain't marching my ass up there. There's Bambi again.
So you should probably stop off at one of the suppliers up by the campground entrance. They actually have all these hiking gear with the wading pants and the hiking sticks. Everybody going to and fro, up and down these buses, are covered in this stuff. It's kind of funny, but they do need it.
So I'm at the Virgin River on the last stop, stop 9, where this is the river walk, I guess, leads up to the Narrows, which I will not be doing. And but I figured I'd just come over to the Virgin River and maybe touch it and defile it a little bit. Won't be so. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get near it. There's mud there, and I would wind up as a certain kind of exhibit in a museum if I did that. Talk about a breathtaking end to this area. Again, I have to tilt the camera up to look at these cathedrals of sandstone. This is where the infamous Narrows are. I decided to go to every stop along the way, because that's about all the excitement I can afford in my life.
Insert stock footage of the Zion Narrows. This is all you're getting, because I'm too crippled to hike up it.
So this is the group of people I've been camping with this weekend. And needless to say, they are very lively. But the star of the attraction has been these lovely sandstone structures. I don't really know what's going on with this trail of dirt here that leads from one end to the other. There's got to be a story behind it. Keeping all the weirdos inside Watchman Campground. When I mean weirdos, I fucking mean weirdos. her and them, whatever. One of the things I love to do around here is just look at other people's tent setups. It's very interesting. And some people just have the same tents all over and all over. But whatever makes you happy. Unfortunately, this is my last night here. And first thing in the morning, I gotta get going. So until next time, thanks for tuning in.
Have a travel pillow to make himself feel like royalty.